Hi, Freeman here. My blog post today is called Two Sets of Eyes, and I want to talk about my perception. It's as if I have two sets of eyes. I spoke recently in my webinar about a binge I went on. I go on these unconscious food binges, primarily when I'm upset or something's going on for me, but I don't know that something's going on for me oftentimes until the binge occurs. In other words, the binge indicates to me that I was ignoring or pushing down or repressing something. Anyhow, I went on a binge, and I went to the restroom, and in our restroom, the whole wall is a mirror, and I looked over, and I saw myself as fat. Now, I realize I used to be over 70 pounds heavier than I am today. So the idea, maybe 80 pounds heavier, I don't know, but the idea that I see myself as fat, this is fairly recently, is fictional. And I know that talking to you today, that's not true. I'm not fat. But in that moment, my perception was that I was fat. And in the past, if I had a scale, now I've gotten rid of scales, but if I had a scale, I might rush to the scale to look at it, to make sure I didn't gain weight. And there'd be two parts of that experience too. I would look at the scale, confirm that I didn't gain 40 pounds in one meal, but then I'd see the number and I'd say, but I could be 10 pounds lighter. It's a kind of crazy making that that's gone on for years. What's interesting about it is that I can look in the mirror in a moment where I'm feeling good about myself. And this was even true when I was 275, 280 pounds, is I could look in the mirror and feel good about myself in moments that I internally felt good about myself. So it's an interesting piece where the outward experience, or the perception I should say, is really just reflecting an inner experience. And so I walk the world with two eyes. In the past, I would have thought, well, I want to get rid of the eyes that see me as fat. And part of my work is helping people realize that it's not about getting rid of that. That's part of who I am. I have two eyes. And I realize when I go into the sort of self-deprecation that I'm seeing with a particular set of eyes. But in that moment, I still knew there was a part of me that knew that wasn't true. So it's interesting. It's almost like I live my life with two sets of eyes. And that's just a wonderful analogy for accepting my own humanity and accepting the part of me that still struggles with feeling good about myself.